All right. Hey, fam. What's going on? Welcome to Papa King's Corner. Okay, so today's Friday and it is the end of November. Can y'all believe it? November, like it was nothing. But I wanted to get on here today and I wanted to talk about something that I like I love, 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 love. Um, and what that would be is sigils. Sigils, 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 sigils. Try saying that 5 times fast. But anyway, okay, so sigils. What is a sigil? Basically, without all the most people just making it a complicated thing, it's just a symbol. That's it. But to use it in magic is a whole nother thing. Um, Nowadays we look at society and we see McDonald's. What does McDonald has? It's the golden arcs with the little red um name on it. That's a sigil. We don't necessarily say it's a we don't necessarily have to say it's a sigil, but with the symbol, subconsciously, what does that mean? We know to go to McDonald's and we know to get a Big Mac. We know to get a hot and spicy burger. Um if you think about um give me another one. I wonder what's another one. If you think about um Starbucks, what do you see? Most people argue and say it's Jimaya. Most people want to say it's La Saren. But the symbol, we know that it's Starbucks. We know to drink that cold ass coffee. Okay, so basically what it does, for sigils, they are basically symbols to activate certain messages and certain things. Say for instance, I wasn't around a candle that I needed to do a particular spell. Okay, knowing that I'm around a piece of paper and a pen, I can draw a sigil and be done with just like that. Okay, so I've used sigils for more than once, and it's a very beautiful process. And guess what I'm going to do today? So, y'all get y'all pen and pad out. We are going to rock this thing. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do a sigil. So, now that we got the meaning of a sigil or symbol, basically, you can use a sigil about, for just about anything. Excuse me. And when it comes to those things, even if you don't have a candle, even if you happen to not be around a specific paraphernalia for magic, you can still use this to for it to be activated and among other things for it to charge. So how do you construct a sigil? Okay, so let's think of a scenario. Let's say, hmm, I'm so bad with thinking. Hi, what's up, Virgo mean ass? Good morning. Okay, so with sigils, mm, I'd kind of do mine differently though. Um, so let's think of a scenario. Let's say I wanted to take the day off or something. Okay, so we always got to think of an intention. We can't really do anything. Hell, we can't even do a spell without an intention. So let's think of something. Let me think. Let's say I wanted to take the day off, right? Okay, so it would be my intention to day off. Okay, cool. So I got that down, right? Hopefully y'all can see that. Well, even if y'all not able to read it, just follow along. Okay, so we have our intention. It says to have a day off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically after you write your intention, you're gonna take the vowels out. Okay, so basically AOUIE. Okay, so two, I'm going to cross out the O. You know, that's crossed out. Okay, so A is going to be crossed out. E is going to be crossed out. Another A, another A, O. Okay, so what does that leave me with? To have a day off. Okay, so I just have a T, H, a D, a F, well, two F's actually. Okay, so the next process is now that we got our intentions and we crossed out the vowels, now we're going to cross out the repeating letters. So in this case, in this case, we already have crossed out the A's, because it was repeating letters. We crossed out the vowels, but this time we're going to cross out one F with our intention. Okay, so what does that leave me with? Thank you for this. I've been trying to figure out how to use sigils. Oh yeah, it's very easy. Very easy. Sigils are very easy. Um, but as the process goes, basically what you do is you find an intention, right? And you're taking this sentence, it can be just as simple as I want birds. It's basically a spell, but it's a spell activated by the subconscious. So as I'm doing the process, just follow along with me. If you have to, play this video a couple of times, that way you can get it. Okay, y'all? But so where was I? Oh yeah, okay. So I'm crossing out the repeating letters, right? Okay, so now this is what I got. Okay, so it says to have a day off. I know y'all won't be able to see that, but okay, so what I did first, I crossed out the vowels, right? The A, the E, A, okay. All right. So I crossed those out. Now, the next process is to cross out the repeating letters, which was FF. Y'all see that? Hopefully y'all can see that. Okay. So I got FF that's crossed out. And that just normally just leaves you with one letter, of the same, the repeating letters. It just leaves you with one letter. Okay. All right. Now that I have my vowels crossed out, and I have my repeating letters crossed out, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to combine the letters. Now, I normally like to mix, but okay, what do I mean by mixing? Okay, if you think about a heart, what is that associated with, right? Love. Okay, so if you think about another symbol, a circle, what is a circle? A circle is basically a shape that is containing something. It's never ending, it's never stopping, it has no beginning, it has no ending, right? Okay, so these basic shapes that we've been learning about from elementary school, um we can use these shapes to even create something that possibly been in grimoires or books and things of that nature. Like let's think about the Star of David. Okay, that's a symbol in itself. It's one of my favorite symbols to use. I don't know why, but basically um it really just gives the masculine and the feminine energies into a combination. uh I'm not gonna do it now, but to follow along with this process with the sigil activation. Okay, so basically what I have left is I have a T, I have an H, and I have a D and an F. Okay, so how would I combine this? We can't really just be no stick in the mud and say, oh, well, you just bring the T, H, D, and the F together. We have to use creativity to create all this into it being a symbol worth looking at, okay? So for me, the way I'm going to do this is just like this. But when I say combine, we have to literally combine the letters into something that's a legit symbol, basically. Okay. Hmm. All right. Sorry if I'm being quiet, y'all. I'm actually trying to do the sigil. Oh yeah, we got a Y too. So okay, so we got a Y, and then we're gonna do the F. All right. So this is my sigil. Okay. So although you guys might not be able to see the letters in its entirety, but I like to combine them. You see the Y, you see the what is it? I think that's a T. Um ooh. Okay, so I have the H, I have the D. If y'all look like real closely, that's the D. Like as you follow with the circle, that's the D. Um, the Y's in the middle, and I have the F like at the far top, like right there. That's the F. Okay. So now that we have the letters combined, okay. So Papa Ken, how the hell do you activate this? All right. I told y'all I love sigils because it's one of the easiest things you can do for magic. You can literally do sigils for anything. I promise y'all. But there's a trick to it, okay? So I'm gonna take this same symbol and I'm basically this was the rough draft. But what I'm gonna basically do is I'm going to spruce it up a little bit, basically, okay? So let's go with another page. Let's go with another page. All right. So now that I have my symbol, I can basically spruce it up a little bit, you know, basically with what I want. So now that I have an H, I'm gonna keep my same symbol. Um, and it was a D at the end too. So a D, an F, T, a Y, H. Okay, yeah. So I got basically everything. But what I'm going to do is me specifically, I like to um draw out the Star of David. And there is my sigil. You see? Okay, the thing about it is, now that I got my symbol, didn't necessarily spruce it up or anything like that, but it's no worry, you can't leave it how you want to, but as y'all do see, I created the Star of David with it. To me, I think that's just to me, this is just a proper way of bringing about the masculine energies with the feminine energies together to create manifestation. So now that I got my symbol, now that I know what I'm doing the sigil for, for spell work or whatever, you can go about this um with this sigil for I guess however many ways you want. Now me being the high priest of petty, it'll normally be with defense action, or it's something that I really, 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 really need. But this was just spur of the moment, y'all. But how you go about activating a sigil? Okay, now that I know that I have my symbol and I have my intentions. Okay, what we're going to do is we already know what is our intention is. It was to have a day off, right? Okay, so now that I combine the letters, and now that I made the final product, I'm gonna go about activating the sigil. So as I'm activating the sigil, what I'm going to now, like as I said before, you can have so many ways to go about this. It's unreal. Me specifically, I mean, and when I say me, that doesn't mean that you have to follow my my ways of action. Okay? But what I like to do is I like to meditate a little bit, get into the trance state, get my mind centered, and then I stare into this sigil. So how about y'all follow along with me, all right? Okay, say for instance that I had my, as I say, we got our intentions, which was to have a day off. We got our symbol, and now that we spruced it up, we're going to activate it, right? Okay. So what you do is basically, in my, I guess my way of doing sigil activation, what you do is basically you just meditate, you get into the trance state, and once you do, and as you're breathing in and breathing out, and you're concentrating on your intention, right? You look into the sigil. It doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter how many you got. You're looking to activate this sigil, right? The same sigil that I got. You're looking to activate it, right? So as you're looking into it, to me, something in the subconscious clicks, like boom, we got it. So after you've been staring into it and you kind of like know what the intention is, really the sentence that you made, it don't have to be with you. You can throw away the intention because you already know automatically what it means, right? Me, however, normally if I'm doing it with the intention, I'll probably have the symbol with it, but since we did the rough draft, that intention is gone. Okay, so but the thing about it is you don't have to worry that you won't know exactly what it's for. Um because as I said, the subconscious mind is more powerful than we believe. Um Now as we threw away the intentions, we already know what it means. But when we look at the symbol, we'll know exactly what the intention was. Okay. So you never have to worry and say, "Oh, I don't know anything about this symbol. What the hell I drew it for?" You know, we don't have to worry about that. Okay. So where was I? Okay. So as we're closing our eyes and we're meditating, and we got into that trance state, like in between sleep, in between being awake, we will stare into the sigil. Okay. So, and as we're staring into the symbol, we are activating it, and we're basically taking in this symbol into our conscious being. That way it can start to work. Now, as it's working, what we can do afterwards, most people, and I'm gonna be real, y'all, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Most people like to masturbate with their sigils. I know, right? I have never done it. I have no need to do that. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Baby, you got all the more right to do that, okay? But most people like to masturbate with their sigil, well, to their sigil and activate it. Basically, it's because they're at the peak of climax. That's that rush of energy we get, and most people just stare into it, right? Most people will asphyxiate themselves to look at the sigil, meaning that they will, I don't know why, but they have a certain way of breathing, and once they get to that elevated level, I guess, then they'll look at the sigil. uh they will cause themselves a little bit more pain to, I guess, to get at a certain feeling, and then look at the sigil. However, whatever you happen to go with it. I mean, I don't care, but I'm just giving you the basics. But as we're going on with our example, right? Okay, so as I meditated, and that's the easiest, really. Let me just say that meditation or getting into trance state is the easiest to activate your sigil. Now, as I am meditating, I'm gaining my center, and I'm in trance state. I'm looking into the sigil, okay? And something in the subconscious clicks like that. What you can do after that, you can take the paper, you can take the sheet of paper that you wrote the sigil on, you can burn it in order for it to work. Okay? It I mean, you can keep it, you can burn it. It really doesn't matter. You can activate it in water. Get a sheet of you can get the sheet, get a bowl of water, put it in the water after you activated it, and see if that works. Basically, what it does is, as we're in the physical, going about the elements can activate it just as well, because those are the particles and atoms of each element. It can bring about manifestation as well. Yeah, sex magic is powerful. It really is. It really is. If you can, you get your partner to do it. You know, if you guys have a partner that's into sex magic, have them stare at the sigil. Say, babe, okay, well, as I'm on top of you, you look above me and look at the sigil. And as that moment, as we both climaxing, we can both look at the sigil together, and we can bring about manifestation. It's that masculine and that feminine energy becoming one. Okay, so why not the physical representation of that and looking at the sigil? Because it really takes that feeling of that climax to really just to get what you need. Okay, so you can put these sigils on objects. um Now, if you're a pro at it, now if you look at my sigil, y'all will know damn well I'm not artistic. But it's cool because I know what the sigil means. I know exactly how to activate it. So that means, like, whenever I put that symbol anywhere else, that means it'll still be charged because it's in the subconscious first. And anywhere else, it'll be basically like a trail of energy, you know? So as I've activated my sigil, I can place it on a candle and I can burn it. I can place it on my body with you know, ink. I will say this. Now, if your hands ain't clean, or if you feel that your pen or whatever else tool that you use ain't clean, sterilize it. Okay, get some Florida water, cleanse yourself, and then put the sigil on there. You know what I'm saying? But however y'all want to do it, hell, I don't give a damn. But I'm just giving y'all the basics. Okay, so while you are activating your sigils, and you can place it anywhere to give you that memory jog, you start to see the situation about what the intention was start to come about. I can't say instantly. I can say sometimes it may take a little bit more time for the energy to arise, but no matter, it will show itself if you are successful with activating the sigil. But like I said, as long as it's in the subconscious, the manifestation will show itself to you. Okay, so um again, y'all have any if y'all have any questions, just post them in the comments below. I don't mind. But sigil work is very easy. I promise you. But the reason why I added, like I say, the reason why I added the inverted triangles or the Star of David or star tetrahedron, as most people like to call it. Um, the reason why I added it to me because it brings about the manifestation of the masculine and the feminine energy. It's kind of simple, but I think what I'm gonna do with this one, because I never waste a sigil, I think I'm gonna keep this, and I might activate this myself, and see how that goes. That's fine. Now that y'all have y'all sigil and you feel confident about it, draw it. Draw it on a piece of wood. See if you can activate it through wood, or when it's storming one day and you hear lightning, go outside and see if you can. Now, I'm not saying go outside where you can be in the middle of a damn storm, but really really take this symbol that you created into your subconscious and see exactly how far you can go with it, because when it comes to symbols, if you think about the old days of the alchemists, they were taking symbols and they was activating them left and right, and as you see, some of those symbols still with us to this very day. So I would say take your symbols and go as far as you can with them. you know really think about what's the meaning of the symbol that you created, because it's yours. You can add it for protection. You can layer your work with protection with the symbols. um get a black candle and say, okay, I got my sigil, place in that candle. You can inscribe it in the candle. You can take a marker if you have a 7-day glass. um Make the sigil on the 7-day candle, or the glass that you have the candle on. Write the sigil out, activate it, then burn the candle. Speak your intentions. Meditate with the sigil. That way you're steady keeping this spell going. Um, what else? Uh, take a you can take air as an element, for instance. You can write out your sigil, with your finger. But I will say, the cool thing about it is you can think about both sides of your body as it being coming in, with charging. One hand is receiving and the other hand is projecting. That's basic, right? But as we are in the terms of sigils, I told you, I told y'all this course was gonna be a beast. But as the left and right hemispheres of our body, I guess I'll say, but when it deals with hands, this is receiving energy. This is intuition. This is the left side. So when it comes to sigil work, when we are want to receive something and we made our sigil to make it true, we use this hand to write it out with the air element, you know. So when it comes to projecting, like defense, attacking, let me think, uh, protection as well. What else? Protection. Uh, I what? Uh, Making things come about. With that added force, you can use this. So I guess for this particular sigil, what I wanted a day off. So that means that it's receiving. I'm receiving a day off. I'm willing myself to have a day off, right? So I guess I will use this hand, to project with the air element. Fire. Fire is another element. What can you do with fire? Fire can be used to incinerate or bring about illumination. So we can take this sigil after we activated it and we can burn it. We sure can. Yeah, we can burn it. But it really doesn't matter, even if you do burn it, even if it was by mistake or not, it's still cool because why? We have that subconscious mind to remember exactly what that symbol meant. So even if you write it over again, you know exactly what it means. You can burn it just as many times as you wrote it. That means that your memory it can start jogging and it can activate it anytime it sees. So if the next person doesn't know exactly what's the point of this symbol, fine, because you know exactly what it's for, right? You know how to activate it. You know exactly what to do with the symbol. So I would say, y'all, with that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Hopefully that process was easy, y'all. Um, hell, y'all helped me with a sigil, you know. So uh, I would say just go ahead and see if y'all can activate the sigil through the internet. What is that? The ether, you know. Pause the video and say, okay, well, let me concentrate on this sigil. Meditate a little bit. Uh, you know, close your eyes, visualize the sigil being in front of you, coming into you. Uh, and as you're doing that, write out, see what happens after you activate it. Let me know. I'm just saying, y'all, but hopefully that helped y'all with sigil activation, symbols and all that. Um, I really like this little I really like this little symbol. I think I'm gonna use it myself. Cause who don't need a day off? Like really? Who don't need a day off? Like the day, you just don't want to be around your boss or be around your coworkers. Hell, use a sigil. But I'm not gonna keep y'all long. Thank y'all for sitting and watching with me. Uh if y'all have a particular question, just comment below. I really enjoyed it. Thank y'all for sitting with me, y'all. Um, Thank y'all for watching Papa Ken's Corner. Again, I'm Papa Ken. Y'all have a very, very blessed Friday. Peace.